Hello, Rams Nation! Today we're diving deep into 10 things you didn't know about the Los Angeles Rams. Trust me, by the end of this video, even the most die-hard fans will have learned something new. Like a Ram player so tough, he played on a broken leg. So grab some snacks, sit back, and let's jump into the history of the Rams like never before. Number 10. Blue and Gold versus the Gold Miners. The Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers have a rivalry stretching back to 1950, making it one of the oldest and most frequent matchups in the NFL. The two teams vying for the same California fan base have met over 140 times, adding an extra layer of competition. Now, let's clear the air about their playoff history. They've met 3 times in the postseason, and the 49ers have come out on top each time. Notably, the 1970 matchup was a nail-biter that ended in a 23-20 win for the 49ers. The Rams had an opportunity to tie but missed a critical field goal. This game featured Ram legends like Jack Snow and Roman Gabriel facing off against the 49ers' John Brodie. Number 9. Fear this foursome. If you're a Rams fan, you've likely heard of the fearsome foursome. But do you know how they came together? This unstoppable defensive line had Deacon Jones, Merlin Olsen, Rosie Greer, and Lamar Lundy. Jones was a 14th-round pick in 1961, eager to prove himself. Olsen was drafted in 1962 and clicked instantly with Jones. Lundy was already a Ram, and Greer joined from the Giants in 1963, completing the lineup. What made them special wasn't just their size and skill, but their teamwork. Jones, known as the Secretary of Defense, popularized the head slap move. Olsen, the gentle giant, was a master of strategy. They even crossed into pop culture, appearing on TV shows and recording a song. Number 8. Cleveland Rams? Bet you didn't know that the LA Rams started in Cleveland, Ohio. Back in 1936, Ohio attorney Homer Marshman and player coach Damon Wetzel founded the team. The name Rams came from Wetzel's love for the Fordham University Rams. Their first season was pretty good. They finished second in the new American Football League. By 1937, they were in the NFL, but the team wasn't stable. They switched between 3 stadiums and even had the 1939 season MVP, rookie Parker Hall. In 1941, new owners Dan Reeves and Fred Levy Jr. stepped in. The team even had a short break in 1943 because of World War II, but came back strong in 1944. So the next time you see the Rams play, remember, they've got history that spans from coast to coast. Number 7. Kenny Washington, football's pioneer. You might know Jackie Robinson broke baseball's color barrier, but do you know who did it for the NFL? Meet Kenny Washington. In 1946, this UCLA standout became the first African American to sign with an NFL team in the modern era. And guess what? He was a Ram. Washington was no ordinary player. At UCLA, he was a teammate of Jackie Robinson and set school records. The NFL initially passed him over due to the color barrier, but when the Rams moved to Los Angeles, they were required to integrate their team as a condition for using the LA Coliseum. Enter Kenny Washington. He didn't just fill a quota, he made an impact. In his first season, he led the league in yards per carry. While his NFL career was cut short due to injuries, his signing broke ground and opened doors for other talented African American players. Number 6. A Ram invents NFL logos. Fred Gurkey, a Rams halfback in 1948, changed the NFL without even scoring a touchdown. He had a knack for art and took it upon himself to paint ram horns on his team's leather helmets. This was the NFL's first ever helmet logo. His artistic feat wasn't just about aesthetics, it set the standard for team branding in professional football. Soon after, other NFL teams adopted logos on their helmets, making Gurkey's initiative a game changer. As helmets evolved from leather to plastic, the Rams' iconic horn design remained, getting modern updates but always honoring Gerke's original vision. Today, these logos have become integral to NFL branding, contributing to team identity and fan loyalty. Number 5. Swap for the ages. Ever heard of NFL owners trading teams like their baseball cards? Well, in 1972, it happened. Carroll Rosenblum, owner of the Baltimore Colts, and Robert Irsay, the Rams owner, decided to pull off one of the most jaw-dropping moves in NFL history. They swapped teams. That's right, Irsay took the Colts and Rosenblum became the head honcho of the Rams. Why is this a big deal? Well, for Rosenblum, his transaction was a financial touchdown. He dodged the capital gains tax, but the effects weren't just financial, they were historical. After the swap, the Colts struggled to regain their former glory, while the Rams' leadership entered an era of turbulence. Both franchises were permanently impacted. Their destinies altered in a way only seen once in the annals of NFL history. Number 4. Broken leg? No problem. Jack Youngblood, a Rams legend, played through the 1979 playoffs with a fractured fibula. Yeah, it was just fractured. And it wasn't just one game. It was the NFC Championship against the Buccaneers and Super Bowl 14 against the Steelers. In total, he played 3 games with this intense injury. Here's another fact to appreciate his toughness. Youngblood also played in the 1980 Pro Bowl with the same broken leg. This feat stands as one of the gutsiest in NFL history. Youngblood's courage not only boosted his team, but also inspired a whole generation of players, making him a revered figure in both Rams and NFL history. Number 3. West Coast Joe. Joe Namath, a Hall of Famer largely due to his time with the New York Jets, surprisingly ended his career as a Los Angeles Ram in 1977. Eager to turn around their fortunes, the Rams signed Namath with hopes that he could bring his Broadway Joe magic to the West Coast. However, things didn't pan out as planned. Namath was clearly past his prime, suffering from multiple injuries that hindered his performance. He started only 4 games, threw 3 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, and was eventually replaced. This short stint with the Rams is often overlooked, overshadowed by his time with the Jets. Yet it's a part of Rams history that shows how even great players can have humble endings. The season may have been a letdown for Namath and Rams fans, but it's a testament to the harsh realities of pro football. Number 2. Eric and 2,105 yards. You've probably heard of Eric Dickerson's record-breaking 1984 season. But did you know that he achieved this feat while still under a rookie contract? That's right. Dickerson was only in his second NFL season when he set the league on fire with 2,105 rushing yards, a record that still stands today. Another lesser-known fact is that he did this while wearing a special type of goggles. Dickerson suffered from poor eyesight and wore prescription goggles to help him see better on the field. Those goggles are now iconic, just like his record. Dickerson's season was a combination of raw talent, precise offensive schemes, and arguably one of the most durable performances in NFL history. He carried the ball a staggering 379 times, which averages out to nearly 24 carries per game. And it wasn't like defenses didn't know he was coming. He was the focal point of every game plan, yet still managed to average 5.6 yards per carry. Number 1. Rams first in LA. When it comes to sports in Los Angeles, you might think of the Lakers or Dodgers. But did you know the Rams were LA's first professional sports team? That's right, before Magic Johnson dribbled down the court or Sandy Koufax threw his first pitch, the Rams were already making history. The Rams moved to Los Angeles in 1946, setting up shop in the LA Coliseum. They were the first major pro sports team to call the City of Angels home. This was a huge deal at the time because LA wasn't yet known as a sports hub. The Rams' arrival signaled a shift, making Los Angeles a desirable location for other pro sports teams. Remember Kenny Washington? To secure the lease for the Coliseum, the Rams had to promise to integrate their team, which led to the signing of Washington, breaking the NFL's color barrier. Not only were they the first team in LA, but they were also pioneers in making the sport more inclusive. So there you have it, 10 remarkable and lesser-known facts about the Los Angeles Rams. From barrier-breaking signings to record-setting performances, the Rams have a storied history that adds depth to every snap, every play, and every game you watch. Rams fans and football lovers, the next time you tune in for a game, remember these amazing moments that have shaped this great team. Put on your Rams gear, get your game face on, and let's make some noise for our team. Go Rams!